What's up and welcome back everybody to Beamer's Game Lab. Today we're going to go over how to effectively use Captain America in Marvel Rivals. I will be posting a video for every character in the game, so feel free to check those videos out as they come for a quick guide to every character in Marvel Rivals. Along with the details of each character and their role in the game, I'm also going to provide a small bit of lore provided by marvelrivals.fandom.com. along with my own personal ranking at the end. If you want to skip ahead to any specific section, check out the timestamps down below. But more importantly, if you want to get better at Marvel Rivals or you enjoy the content, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell notification to see when I post my next video. If you have any questions or tips for me, I read every comment, so make sure to leave them down below. And we're going to jump straight into the little bit of lore provided by marvelrivals.fandom.com. In hopes of serving his country during World War II, young Steve Rogers volunteered for an experiment that enhanced his strength, his speed, and agility, making him America's first super soldier. As Captain America, he proudly fought enemy forces until he became frozen in ice and lost to the ages. Discovered and unthawed in the 2080s, Captain America began battling the threats of tomorrow, including Doom 2099, until he was displaced into the present by the time stream entanglement. Now, he fights alongside the Avengers to prevent the desperate future in which he awakes. And now we're going to jump straight into his moves and his abilities, but guys, make sure to stick around until the end to see my own personal ranking on Captain America. Starting up with his first primary is Sentinel Strike. You get up close and strike enemies. Landing this second hit enables a shield throw that can ricochet. There is no critical hits on this ability. It is a melee / projectile type attack because landing the second hit will throw your shield and it will ricochet and hopefully hit another enemy. The melee damage is 40, and for the shield throw, it is 45. This is at a speed of 60 meters per second, so it is pretty quick. You have unlimited melee, and for 4 shields before you have to wait and recharge. The first melee hit takes 0.4 seconds. The second hit takes a little longer at 0.5 seconds. The flying shield first hit takes 0.5 seconds. And the flying shield second hit takes 0.57 seconds. So unless you're really worried about the math of the game, you can just ignore that I said any of that. They're all about the same amount of time. The melee has a range of 4 meters, so real tight range. It's got a tad bit of reach to it, but it is definitely still a tight melee range. The shield throw can throw up to 25 meters. Captain America has a second primary called Super Soldier Slam. Slam down from the sky onto the targeted area, knocking enemies airborne. So this is a targeted attack. You use your other dash ability and jump up into the air. It's like a super jump. And then there's a target. You can aim it down on the ground and you smash down and hit somebody, dealing 30 damage. This has a cooldown of 12 seconds and a range of 20 meters horizontally. The secondary for Captain America is called Living Legend. Raise the shield to deflect incoming projectiles, sending them ricocheting in a random direction. And I noticed, I wasn't sure that it was random because I always thought that it was aimed at the enemy. Because every time an enemy hits me, it seems to go directly towards them or maybe right next to them. So I like this. So it's literally a shield that you put up and it's like wider than your actual shield. It's got a little like magic ring around it. It has a health of 400. And after the barrier is broken, you've got 50 seconds before it comes back. Moving on to Captain America's first ability, hurl the energy charged shield to strike enemies in a path. This is a single cast projectile that can ricochet, so it's literally throwing your shield, but it's charged with energy, so it does more damage, and instead of doing it while meleeing, you actually get to control it and throw it where you want. The damage starts at 70 with a 20% reduction for each ricochet. So each time it ricochets, 20% of the damage falls off, and you now do 20% less damage. This is a 60 meter per second attack, pretty quick, pretty fast. You're not going to be able to dodge it. unless maybe you're like Black Panther or something, I guess. It has an 8-second cooldown, so it's pretty rapid, and it has a range of 25 meters. This is one of the attacks that I like to use very often as Captain America. Moving on to his second ability, this is called Leading Dash. This is the dash I was talking about in order to use the slam down attack. The movement ability type is Channeled Movement, so it's just a boost of energy. Boost of movement, so you just run faster, and you can do a super leap that provides you that ability to drop down onto enemies. The ability 3 is called the Liberty Rush. Raise the shield and charge forward. You literally raise your shield and charge forward. It does 30 damage. You can hit multiple targets with this. It's got a 12-second cooldown on it, so kind of slow, not a lot of damage. I don't use it that much. I use it if I get in a pinch and even need to turn around and run away with it. Sometimes I'll do that. It has a range of 12 meters. So if you need to run 12 meters away, you can turn, do that. Or if you need to advance 12 meters, you could also do that. The ultimate ability for Captain America is called Freedom Charge. Shield held high, carve a path forward, granting both himself and allies along with the path continuous bonus health and movement boost. So this gives teammates and yourself a movement boost and a health boost. It costs 3,400 energy, so it's a bit expensive. It takes a while to come back. It has a duration of 10 seconds. This is pretty average. I wouldn't say it's short, but it's not super long. This is a 4-meter wide path. It casts 150 bonus health to Captain America himself, and it grants your allies 100 bonus health. After every second afterwards, you gain 110 bonus health, and your allies gain 60. This also grants a 30% movement boost to both yourself and allies. This ultimate, A+, man. I really love this ultimate. It's great. It's a bit slow of a recharge, which always sucks, but you can't have perfection in any game. So I have to say that this is such a great ultimate. And finally, moving on to his team up ability, Thor infuses, this is with Thor obviously, Thor infuses Thor Force into Captain America, granting him an electrifying enchantment. With an electrifying enchantment, Captain America gains a movement boost, and his shield is imbued with thunder power, electrocuting nearby enemies. This can do 50 damage. It is an ability enhancement with a 100 meters per second speed. The cooldown is 20 seconds. It is a 6-second duration on it. And the fire rate, the first hit is 0.5 seconds per, and the second hit is 0.57 seconds. So basically the same thing. Range is 25 meters, so it's got a good distance on it. I will say that this is pretty good once again, just like the ultimate. Now, on to my own personal ranking. I am going to give Captain America an A. He is definitely an A tier character. He is a bit tanky, not quite as tanky as Groot maybe, not quite as tanky as Venom, but he's definitely got some health to him. Where he really goes right is a mix between his ultimate, giving him heals and giving his teammates heals, but also his shield. His shield is wicked. I mean, the recharge on it is great. It lasts until it's broken, or you just sit there and hold it up. On top of that, the dash ability, you can get in, get out, you jump up, smash down on people, you do your dash again, and you just run back out of the firefight, and you can use your shield on your way out if you need to. I like his primary. It doesn't have a lot of range, but when you're hitting people, man, I'm telling you what, you watch that health just chip, 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 chip. It's got some pretty good damage to it. More, I should say, some pretty good speed to it, as well as just his insane movement. Even if you need to use the dash and jump ability and just smash down on the ground somewhere as far away from the enemy as you can to escape, you could do that. You need to get behind the enemy or get back in front of the enemy when you're done getting behind him, and you need to pull your shield out and you just do your dash attack, smash the ground away from the enemy, pull your shield out, and you're good to go. And maybe you've got enough time to turn around and run even. So that's why I put him in the A tier. I really like Captain America. But guys, that is it for Captain America. That's all I got. I want to know, what is your favorite Marvel Rivals character? So leave that down in the comments below. And if you learned anything from this video, or you just enjoyed the content, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next.